Ladies and gentlemen, my Black Nation, this is the reality we're facing. This is it right here. Right here. 181 black people have been killed by police since George Floyd's death. 181. Look at that number. Look at it. Now, in my opinion, that number means something. It means something to me. Right? Could have a different meaning to you, but to me, it means that they're trying to kill us. See, they're already killing us, but they're really trying to, like, kill us. Like, they are out here killing us in mass. And this is true. I mean, I looked this up myself. I did the research. Like, this right here is 100% true. It's 100% true. I'm telling you. I've been knowing this for a while now, but I wasn't sure about it until I had to do I had to do like a lot of fact checks and shit like that. But it's true. It's 100% true. And that alone should scare you. It should worry you. As a matter of fact, it should worry you. First of all, we have to address that not every death at the hands of police officer by this number was innocent. We can't assume that every death was unavoidable and or not warranted in specific situations. All right, let's not be dumb. But we also can't say the same thing on the opposite side. It's clear to me that not every death at a hands of police officer by a black individual was guilty. So you have both sides. You have one side that's not all guilt, and the other side that's not all innocent. Right? So keep that in mind. Still, to me, this is horrific. This is I the words to express what I'm feeling right now is not really there. To me, this is very disheartening. This is America, though, so not surprised. Not surprised. Especially police officers. Especially law enforcement. With that said, let's get going and read what it says. Hopefully, by doing this, we'll get a better understanding. Since George Floyd's death last May while in Minneapolis police custody, 181 black people in the U.S. have been killed by police according to data from research groups mapping police violence. Of the 966 police killings reported since May 25, 2020, the database shows that black people account for 18.7%, despite making up 13% of the U.S. population, according to the Census Bureau. Police killing of white victims made up 37% of total deaths. White Americans are 76.3% of the population, the Census Bureau says. Mapping police violence data also incited that the total police killings since Floyd's death, 11.7% were Hispanic victims, 1% were Native Americans, and another 1% were Asian or Pacific Islander. Islander. The race of victim was unknown in 359 deaths. Last summer, Floyd's death incited racial justice protests across the nation, with millions taking to the streets to demand police reform. Some also called on local governments to defund their police department by reinvesting in other community services as a way to address police violence against people of color. Despite the renewed push for law enforcement changes, data from mapping police violence shows that police are still killing at a rate similar to the past years, and that 319 people have been killed by police in 2021. 319. Wow. On Tuesday, a jury found former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin guilty of all charges, including murder in Floyd's death. A video of arrest shows Chauvin kneeling on a black man's neck for over 9 minutes while Floyd told officers he couldn't breathe. In the 1,127 police killings record in 2020, only 16 cases, or about 1.4%, resulted in charges against the offending officer. Wow. This right here is why police officers are just terrorists. No. As a matter of fact, this is right here is why I don't believe in police immunity, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. But I don't believe in that. I don't believe that police officers are good. I don't believe in that. Some are good and some are bad by the end of the day. Excuse me. Some are good and some are bad by the end of the day. They're supporting a racist system. That's why I don't give a fuck about them. I don't. I really don't. You shouldn't either. Because when you look at these numbers, it should frighten you. It really should worry you. Cause I'm not gonna sit here and be like one of those fear mongering channels, but it should really concern you. The data is right here. This is 100% true. 100% true. I promise you. I'm not making this shit up. I promise you that. It's clear to me that despite what we did in 2020, it only did so little. Why? Because people are not pushing for change like they did in 2020. All of a sudden, Floyd locked up. Now a lot of people going home. no one's really keeping pressure anymore. And the ones who are keeping pressure, just not a lot of them. And that's the sad part. If y'all really want to change, we can do this shit right now. But numbers are important. And if we're not backed by numbers, we ain't getting nowhere. All that peaceful protest shit ain't gonna do nothing. I guess all that violent protest stuff too ain't gonna do nothing either. You have to have a balance. I don't know, but all I know is that if you really, really want change, you have to fight for it every single day of your life. Every day. Every day. If you want it that badly, you better wake up and fight. That's all I know. A lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people. And that's the sad part. That really is. A lot of people. I have a lot of friends who don't like cops. A lot of friends. And they ain't even black. But they agree with me. Of course, you have one or two that don't agree, but overall, that's natural. So, not everyone's gonna agree with you, and that's fine with me. But I'm thankful that a lot of people I know, understand where I'm coming from, and I'm glad they're smart enough to realize the fuckery going around in this country, especially in Afghanistan. But I'm gonna make a video about that soon. I'll make a video about that soon. I might drop it tomorrow. Depends, but I'll make a video about that soon. Alright, let's continue. Of the officers identified by mapping police violence, at least 14 have shot or killed someone in the... Wow. Wow. 14. Oh, okay. Okay, let's suggest that. Let's suggest that 14 is a small number compared to 1,000, right? It's a small month. It's a small number, right? But still, 14, 14, 14. 10, not 10, not 9, not 12, 14. And let's get something straight. It could have been for self-defense, okay? Could have been for self-defense, but I promise you, not all of them were for self-defense. I promise you that. Not every single case was self-defense. Promise you that. But some were. Is that it? Numbers gathered between 2013 and 2020 indicate that black people are 3 times more likely to be killed by police than white people, despite being 1.3 times more likely to be unarmed than white people. These figures are amplified when looking at the country's largest cities. In 47 of the 50 largest U.S. cities, police kill black people at higher rates than white people. In Chicago, police kill black people at a rate 22 times more than that for white people based on killing per 100,000 population. I need a minute. Hold on. $22 times? 22? What the fuck? What? What? Why? I already know the answer. You don't need to tell me, but 22 times? Let me read that again. No, yeah, it's 22. I can't. I find I'm having difficulty wrapping my head around this. This is very difficult to really understand. I heard it like 3, 4 times, 5 times, yeah, but 22? 22? I don't understand. Let's continue. In Miami, racial disparities could not be calculated because every person killed by police department was black or brown. Huh. Over time, police killings have decreased in cities. However, these deaths have been on the rise in suburban and rural areas. And while some cities have been substantial reductions in police killings, like Chicago, other cities like Devonor, Devonor have not. Of the 181 police killings of black people since Floyd's death, the highest number of killings occurred in Florida with 19 victims, followed by California, where they were 17, and Texas and Georgia with each recorded 13. Of the police killing documented in 2020, traffic stops were listed as intentional police encounters, and the 121 deaths. On April 11th, a few miles away from Salvin trial, Daunt Wright, a black man, was stopped by police during a routine traffic stop in Brooklyn Center. White's death has once again ignited demands and police brutality. Is that it? Okay, that's it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this has been on for a while now, but this article has been on for a while, but like 22 times. I know a lot of people are asking yourselves what will be enough, because honestly, we tried the peaceful route, they went the violent route, and both sides seem to be inefficient, especially the peaceful route, in my opinion. But you can't let this deter you. I'm not. I'm shocked. Don't get me wrong. I don't know how I feel about this, but like, you can't give up because this is a war. In my opinion, this is a war.